If interested in online coaching, my email's down in the description. Send me an email. Also, if you're interested in a zercher stand t-shirt, the shops, the t-shirt's live, and all the proceeds are going to Vinny. Everyone, welcome today, 365. So, in today's video, we made it a year here on YouTube. The second half of the video, I'm going to do a compilation of the biggest lifts and key moments over the last year on YouTube here, and I just want to thank everyone who's been a part of the journey. Okay, today we're down to 213.4, so that's 4.2 pounds down from yesterday. I try something different here with hip flexors because I want to get back into doing some more dynamic stuff, but this wasn't a winner. 45 pounds, I'm trying to do a straight leg raise. I need something to prop my back up against, obviously, because my body will find a way to push itself down, and then it's, trying to make the exercise easier, obviously. But yeah, still got some work in there. We'll keep tweaking that and figuring out what to do there. 5 attempts here at the 2-arm isometric chin-ups. I'm about ready here to start wrapping up some of this isometric stuff. Like I said, it was a good experiment. Learned a lot of positives, figured out where it worked, where it didn't work. Like I always say, everything has accommodation, right? You get used to it and you got to switch things up. So we got to switch things up. I'm already regretting committing to do the bicep thing against Max because bicep training is just so boring, man. So I just decided to do 1-arm concentration curls here just because I need to figure out what's going on with this left bicep. Like I said, the left bicep is historically stronger than the right, especially on exercise like these. These are 55 pounds. I get 8 here. Very painful, very tough on the left arm. With the right, you see I just blaze right through it. I'll just show just for comparison's sake. These might be similar to a preacher curl, so they're probably dangerous in that stretch position, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend anyone do these, but you'll see I just smash through on the right side. I show in the compilation at the end. The one time that I did it during the training cycle, I hit, it was 87.5, 90, or 92.5. I can't really see the dumbbell, and I didn't write it down because I didn't intend on doing it again, and I guess I could go find it through the videos, but I'm too lazy. So anyway, this is the right side just to show the 8 there, plenty more in the tank. 235 on the 1-arm hangs here today. My best was like 3.5 on the left and 8.5 or something on the right. I get over, I think it was like 2 pounds on the left and like 3.5 on the right. My second best on these. Okay, I go over this every time. It's a different setup, but I got the reverse bands on there. Right there is 127 pounds. So the bands are helping less than 127 at the bottom. And obviously it gets less as it rises up. So instead of going over some long and complicated math with you, I'm just going to say this is off of a deficit. The bar is about as low as it can go onto my foot. And whatever you see on the bar, pretend it's like a standard barbell, right? So it looks like it's 455 pounds. It'd probably feel about 40 pounds less than that if it was straight weight. So first 2 sets, we do the same weight here. We'll call it 415. And then we go up 20 pounds, 435. We do another couple sets of 3. Now, interestingly enough, I ripped these shorts doing this type of sumo pull in here in 2016. And you'll see the last set, because the hands are hooked over the straps, my fingernails rip up my thighs when it's a maximal load. I really like this position, this frog stance position. We go up another 10 pounds here, so this would be 445 for a couple sets of 3. But like I said, before I tried sumo too wide, my knees always collapse. And then I brought it in a little bit, and then when I restarted doing this sumo or frog stance, I let them come up in a little bit. Now I'm just like, yo, this is a conventional deadlift as narrow as I can get my feet, really, and it's the best of both worlds. I can just get the bar a little bit closer to me. So this would be 460 here for 3. Yeah, conventional, but the bar doesn't have to swing so far out around my knees, and I'm able to use a little bit more leg drive, even though it doesn't feel perfect, but I don't have to worry about pushing my knees out. This is the last set. It would be like 480. To change the weight on this setup, it just takes a ridiculous amount of time, and it's burning my low back up more just changing weights and moving the bar around than doing the actual sets. But I was worried about the chains getting trapped, but we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing like 455 for AMRAP off of a big deficit. But yeah, this is where the compilation starts. I'll try to say the weights, or if not, I'll just say it's 1,000,000 pounds of bands and chains if it doesn't really apply. I'll show PRs and my comeback here. This was the last day of the diet the first time around. 525, weighing 193. I think it was a day like 35, and that wasn't there. Here's a rainy zercher. I think there was like 750 pounds at the top or something. Slipped out of my hand because the rain still got it.
Well, good thing we weren't out there yesterday.
Hey everybody, welcome to day 100. Body weight is down to a 211.4. That's down another 5 pounds.
So these are some clips from day 100, aka the hardest day of my life. Yeah, I was so sick on this day. I'll explain a little bit here in some of these clips.
Would set up an exercise, I'd have to go lay back down on my bed. I do the exercise, I'll go lay down my bed for 30 minutes. And mentally, this was definitely the hardest workout that I've ever done. If tomorrow I don't feel 10 times better, there's 0% chance that I'm training tomorrow again. This isn't a do something every day challenge, or, like I said, it's not a, go squat 5 reps of body weight and say you did a video challenge. I'm just documenting my training.
Yeah, that explains it, man. I'm just showing my training. I train every day because I want to get better, not because I have to. This was a couple days later. All-time pound for pound, frog stance, deadlift, PR. I was a lot lighter at this point in time. I was amazed that I got it. I could not believe it. I was 560 at like, I don't know, 205 or 209 or something. I was hurting. Okay, this is when I started doing heavier weighted push-ups before I switched to the belt with my brother and my daughter here for a double. And then these were some kneeling jump PRs. I had to hurry up because it had started to rain, and the landing on there in that bottom position will get super slick. But I think I got 1 mat. I might have even got a 2 mat PR. Yeah, this took 4 attempts when I was doing my max zerchers. I had to keep lowering the weight, and then this is what happened on the 4th attempt. This was a few days after where I was sick. I couldn't eat, so my strength was still down there. This is a 1,000-pound hold that I did for like day 120, something like that. Yes, a little bit over 1,000 pounds actually. But next up we got this step up PR here. This is why I don't really do hat-filled work with straight weight because it's too easy for the bar to tip. But this was 503 pounds, I believe. Yeah, 503 pounds. And then this is a hat-filled squat with over 1,000 pounds up at the top. Another pound for pound PR here. Okay, and then I was really pushing my weighted L-sit, so this was 10 pounds per side. I'm not sure if this was my best, but this was just showing I was back to getting some time with 10 pounds per leg. On the L-sits, 178-pound strict curl. Yeah. Okay, next I was doing the zercher back extensions. These are like 348 pounds or so. I had started doing reverse band block pulls here. This weight I had missed a few days prior, so I was happy to get that. This is a concentration curl I was talking about. Yeah, I think that was that 90 pounds there. And then I almost blew my shoulder off because I was trying to do max with snatch here, and that didn't work. This definitely set back my left shoulder, my good shoulder. I had an accident here taking the bar off from the reverse bands. It almost got me in the face. Luckily, I moved and it just got me in the neck there. This was the peak of the reverse bands, I guess. This was like 698 pounds with the reverse bands. 230 overhead press double. This is when everyone started telling me it's only a plate and I'm using fake weights and stuff. Okay, I was coming into the end of the zercher cycle off the ground. I started doing them off the blocks here. So 455-pound double overhand deadlift. The bench, that'd be about equivalent to 340. Best since I've been on YouTube, but I've done 363, and I needed about 20 more to be a pound-for-pound best. Okay, I believe this was the last free sprint that I had done up until what I did this recent week, so it's been a long time. Here is the max overhead press. I think it was 242 or 242 and a half. Thunder, lightning on this day. I needed a miracle, and yeah, I guess I got it there. So that was my best pound-for-pound overhead press, and then 205, yeah, best dip, heaviest dip that I've ever done here. Okay, this was like 2 days before the last zercher off the ground, just final preparations. Another PR here, and I've done 1 million rack pulls in my life. And then here's the 5-plate or 488-pound zercher, which, yeah, we got to put 63 pounds on next year. Here's a 291 push press the next day, heaviest push press I've ever done. Then a 200-pound standing curl weighing 228.6. This is the heaviest I've done standing, at least to the standard. I did the heavier cheek curls when I weighed a lot less, but probably like 20 years ago, like super cheek curls. More zerchers out of the rack. And then this was a front squat PR, which I hadn't done a front squat in 9 years at that point in time. Some little Billy was annoying me and telling me how long or he could carry 200 pounds or something. So I decided, yeah, I never tried this before. I think they're also saying the bands and chains weren't like real weight or whatever. It wasn't heavy at the top, so I was like, oh, I'll just take 500 for a walk. Coming to the peak of the reverse bands, and I wanted to try it with no chains, and that was too heavy, so I got mad, and then I pulled a deficit deadlift PR afterwards, and then I squatted a ATG squat PR afterwards on the same day. And then here was the true end of the block zercher phase, and this actually, I thought I had zero chance on this, so you'll see I get super fired up. I was amazed that I got that one. And then we lower the blocks, start working down here. And then we were practicing cracking a heavier weight here. This was like 578. And then we do a quarter squat max. I don't know, ton of weight. This was the longest lift of my life. Next day we pull 627, my all-time PR here.
Sumo so easy.
Then 15 minutes later we hit 410 off a good morning. I'm convinced to give 551 a crack here. This will be the world record weight, just to see how close we are. And then long after our peak, we go for 500. Yeah, maybe on the day it would have been there, but not on this day. And then we try 635 the next day, close, lifetime goal, not there. And then we go 5 pounds heavier here on the good morning after that, and we are successful. And then we started getting back into the trap bar, and really weak people started to tell me, short range of motion. I bet you can't do anything from a long range of motion. We escaped black widows, we escaped coyotes, and we escaped snakes. And then we went and got some trap bar deadlift PRs. Well, pound for pound PRs. And then this was 500-pound towel grip deadlift, and then conventional deficit deadlift PR, 565. Here's 630, another pound for pound PR. That was 610 plus the chains, and my man Mo called me an evil bunny. Another zercher from the bottom up. It's over 500 pounds at the bottom, over 700 pounds at the top. Don't worry, I could beat you at this variation too, little Billy. 510 plus a mountain of chains. 573 at 201, all-time pound for pound deadlift PR there. The cleans return. My weight dropped off from the diet, and it took me a bunch of attempts to hit 275. 152.5 pound chin up. I put over 6 pounds on my best chin up since destroying my shoulder and being on YouTube. That was a 255 pound one arm dead hang. This is over 810 pounds at the top on this rack pull, and then another one after, just for funsies. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. And we'll keep on fighting till the end, 'cause we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Yeah, sorry guys, I had to stop getting comments because my fingers were going numb. There was just too many little billies out there. But yeah, you could pause and read, and got some good wheelchair comments in here, some biceps, some fake weights. I don't know. I just went and just grabbed the first ones I saw. Gee golly, guys, I just really don't know what to say. I didn't think I was going to make it this far. I thought I was overtraining and my PP was going to fall off. Shoot, man, shoot. No, seriously though, thanks everyone who has made it this far in this journey with me. And yeah, this summer we're definitely going to be pushing for that zercher. So yeah, just enjoy the comments. We got about a minute left, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.